Okay, so here we are in the New School Wizard, and we are at step one where we're going to begin entering the school details. So in this section, we're simply going to provide the school information starting with the school name. And I don't want you to overthink what you name your school. This is really for your back end information, and later on in the course we'll show you how to map your website and your domain name and create sales pages and front end pages that will incorporate your branding. So what we're going to do, you can name it the name of your company, you can name it the name of your product, or perhaps it's, in this particular case, it might be on the topic or subject that you are talking about and covering. So for this school, I'm going to name it Mindfulness University or Mindfulness U. And notice that as I do that, as I name the school, it's going to come down here. It automatically fills in the site slug. So what that is doing, it is telling Invanto where to file the courses that are attached to this school. So your school name is going to be the site slug that, again, we will show you later on how to map your own domain name here, but this is a system generated URL where all of your courses will be found. So next step will be to give it a school description, and you can be as detailed as you want here. I'm going to be really short and sweet. This is a school, this school contains courses on mindfulness. All right, short and simple, but you want to be a little bit more detailed, obviously. Then you're going to check the primary currency. I'm going to check US dollars, but depending on who your target audience is and what kind of, what your currency is, you have multiple choices here, so you can make this as flexible as you would like. I'm clicking US dollars. The language, same thing. I'm choosing English, but there are multiple choices here that you're able to use. The slug has already been defined. Admin information. You as the licensee for the CoachRack app are already an admin for this school, but perhaps you want to give it a URL. Either you're going to enable a staff member to be using the system, or you want to give it maybe your company's name as a email address. So in this case, you would enter the name and the email address that is associated with the school. And what that means then is this email address will receive notifications of from the Invanto system, or from students and of courses and those kinds of things. So you can use this or not. It's completely up to you. Social links are going to be where you link your social profiles, such as Facebook, LinkedIn. It will help people then, as they're visiting your school, to go and check out what's going on in your really who you are and what kind of social proof you have. So to do that, you're going to type in simply the long URL. So I'm going to put in http://www.facebook.com/ and then the name of your Facebook page. Same thing for LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter. And don't worry if you do not have these, you can come back and add them later. And if you only have one of them, that's fine too. The system will only show that one link where you actually input something in here. School settings is going to be what shows up. Is the school active? So enable school means that yes, this is an active, viable school, and there are courses that people are able to access and purchase. Enable statistics will, if this is enabled, it will there will be a really nice bar on the home page of your school that will show how many hours of courses students have taken, how many students are enrolled, those kinds of things. Same thing with show sales counts. I typically will wait to turn these on until after the school is a little bit more active and I have a number of students, because this will definitely help you with social proof and help increase your sales. So what you might want to consider doing is leave it turned off in the beginning, but then add it on later once you start getting some sales. And enable random picks would be, do you want this system to just help people decide what course might be the right course for them, and you can turn this on or off. homepage headline would be like a tagline for your school. It's going to be something that's going to incorporate your brand. And so you definitely want to make sure that you replace this with something that is consistent with your brand. The default is, what do you want to learn today? Select from our library of courses. But you want to go ahead and make sure that you include something here that's more consistent with what your brand is. And then finally, conversion pixel. This is advertising code that you are going to get from Google or from Facebook or from another retargeting app that you might service that you might use. And what it's going to do is it's going to help you down the road create advertising that follows your students or the people who visit your school, so that you can create advertising or promotions to them, either to get them to come back, purchase another course that comes through, that you're releasing. So you definitely want to use this. It's not required, but it's certainly going to be best practice to include some kind of a conversion pixel from either Facebook or Google here. Okay, that's all there is on step 1. In the next video, we'll take you through step 2 and how to enable payment gateways.